Hey everyone, welcome to the AllBrands show. I'm Barbara from AllBrands.com, and today we're going to be talking about Brother Multi-Needle Embroidery Machines. We are getting ready to be at the Houston International Quilt Festival November 30th, October 30th through November 3rd. So we hope that you come see us there. We're going to have tons of brother educators like Alexis Galloway, Colleen Sweatman, Jerry Granada, um, Angela Wolf, who will be on the show next week, which I'm super excited about. But I have so much love in my heart for these multi-needle embroidery machines that Brother makes. So I hope that you enjoy this live today. And just so that you know, if you're watching for the first time, every time we go live, there is a $25 allbrands.com e-gift card giveaway at the end of the broadcast. So all you have to do is comment hashtag allbrands to be eligible to win that gift card. So good luck, and I will draw a winner at the very end of this broadcast. And if you have any questions, let us know. I'll try. I'm solo today, so I'll try to catch those comments as we go. But yeah, I love these machines so much. There's not enough to talk about in a whole hour. But if you go to our YouTube channel, which I hope if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that bell to subscribe because we do tons and tons of educational content on Brother, Bernina, now Baby Lock, and Juki and Grace. We really sell all of the great brands and service the rest. So, yeah, we have 8 retail store locations now in Louisiana and Texas. Our 8th one is opening on November 4th. That will be a Bernina and Baby Lock store. So, yeah, we hope that you can come see us there. And at the Houston Quilt Festival, it's going to be super exciting. So let's say hey to some folks in the comments. Hello, Steve Norma Kaufman. Jan, hi. Good to see you. Good to see everyone. Amy says, I love my Brother 10 needle. And yes, I think this is one of the best machines that you can have for a number of reasons. And we'll touch on that today. Just some of the reasons why this machine is so great. So let's zoom in on this machine here. And you can see sometimes you have like hard to hoop items like a pant leg, something, anything that's like tubular, right? Okay. So this is like a little embroidery design on a pant leg that I think is super cute. And this one's actually much bigger. There's snaps on it. So, but if it was enclosed, it would be very easy to hoop with the Durkee 7-in-1 frame set. And a lot of the times they're included in some of the combination offers that we have. So basically you get like an A-arm, and then you have different size inserts. So all you have to do is just, while it's on the machine, you could actually do this. But you just, you pop in one of the 7 or 8 inserts. You put sticky stabilizer on the bottom. So it's kind of like a big sticker. And you can see we've used this a lot on this one. So it just goes sticky side up. Then you put it onto the machine. This is our Brother PR1055X 10 needle embroidery machine. And you can see there's a tubular arm right here, right? So that's how you can get things wrapped around there. So if there is sticky stabilizer on there, all I have to do is simply just take my design, stick it down, load my design into the machine, use my camera, trace, and stitch it out. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Just, oh yes, Durkee frames are awesome. They really unlock a lot of possibilities for you. Brother has some amazing hoops too, and we will be having the 20% off at the Houston Quilt Festival. And I think there may be a coupon right now too if you go to our promotions page, but just check in there. So let me zoom into our screen. All right, here we go. This is the Brother PR1055X. So all I have to do, I'll go home, is load like a simple little design. Okay, let me find something small. And this machine actually does a, it does a 14-inch wide. So I think it's it's about 8 inches by 14 inches is the embroidery area. So if I wanted to do like a simple small, that's not a small design. Let me find a small one. Here's one, a small design. I would just click that, click set. I could rotate this so that it's in the orientation of the pant leg that's on there. Let me put a blank pant on the screen, and I'll show you this. This one, the 10 needle, has a camera in it, okay? So all I have to do is I can basically just click this camera button here, and I will have a real-time view for placement here, okay? So it's gonna, oh, you know what? It is, sorry. It's okay. All right. So do you see how it scanned the background? And I took it off because my pant leg was in the way. But basically, we could do that. There's also, if I go to edit end, okay, I could also go to my real-time camera, okay? So we'll go to camera here. It's going to move things around, okay? All right. And then you could see, I'll put my, and it scans the background, but I want to have a real-time camera. Here we go. This is our real-time camera. So you just click that one, and then you can place your design on your fabric wherever you want it to. So if I wanted it like right along the edge, I could position the edge of my fabric right on that design. And then once I have that set, all I have to do is click this like trace button, and that will show me in the hoop the size. Okay, so it's going to move the hoop around and show me. So that's very important to do with the Durkee hoops, is use this trial method so that you can make sure that it's like in the area of the hoop. So I thought that was really cool. I think that this is definitely something to consider if you're doing multi-needle embroidery, is the Durkee 7-in-1 hoops, just because it unlocks some capabilities for you. Let's get into some more features. Something that I have been playing with that's not so popular because a lot of people don't know about it. It's called the border function, okay? And we're in our store, so sorry about the beeping. So I'm going to go to my screen, and I'm going to go out of the camera mode. I'm going to go home, okay? And then I'm going to go to my settings, and I'm going to turn off the background that I just scanned, okay? And now we have a blank screen, so very easy to get back to that. Okay, I'm going to put on my, this is my 8 by 12 hoop right here, okay? So that just snaps in, and I'll show you, I can zoom out so that you can see just how easily the hoops just snap in and out, like so, okay? And you'll notice on these machines, the outer ring hoop is underneath. Why do we want that? Because you want things to drape underneath the hoop. Now there are reverse options available where the outer ring is on the top, and that will allow you to do like the quilts and things like that, to where it hangs underneath. So this is like how the hoop is configured. So the outer ring allows you to go underneath. Pretty cool. All right, so we'll just put this on here. And then I am going to, here we go, zoom back in on our screen and talk about the border function, okay? So you have a number of different categories of designs here, but we don't often play with this one, and that is our decorative stitch category, okay? So I'm going to click that, just like so. And you'll see there's buttonholes that you can embroider, which is great, or decorative stitches. So let's click the decorative stitches. And we'll go to design 90. Now you can like scroll down like this. You can click and drag like this. You can view a whole lot at a time or just a little bit at a time using these buttons. So real customizable. We'll go to stitch 90. And here she is. Little hearts. I love this design. So basically, once I choose my design, I could click set, okay? And then I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, okay? And then I'll use my, while I'm in my rotate screen, I'm going to like just move this design all the way up to the top right of my hoop, okay? Maybe not all the way. And then I'm going to click OK. All right, and then you have this button here. A lot of times we don't use that. And this is in a lot of machines. So this is in the Stellaire. It's in the PR1055X. I'll have to check on the 6 needle. I'm not sure. And the Luminaire, and it's going to be on the new Avenir by Brother. So let's click that. You see some icons here that are like boxes, right? You have a horizontal box, a vertical box, one with like a line here and a line there, and then a down button. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to show you, okay? So I want to line up my design horizontally. So I'll choose the horizontal, which is the default setting. And then underneath here, you have some boxes, like horizontal boxes with pluses on the left or right, or minuses on the left or right. Now, what does that mean? If I want to add more designs to the left, then I'll just click this plus sign and just keep clicking it until I see a row of patterns on the top of my screen. So you could really make some beautiful fabric, embroidered fabric, using this feature. Okay. Now let's go ahead and play with the vertical direction down. So I'll click this up here, and then underneath I can add more designs underneath, like multiple rows. Now, are you getting excited? Because I love this feature so much. Check the comments. Aw. Oh, Brenda. Brenda's getting a new sewing room. Wow. That's exciting. All right. I'm going to save some comments and get to those later. Hey, Barbara Jones, it's so good to see you. I can't wait to see you in Houston. Oh, Daisy, I'm so glad that these are helpful for you. Yay, and you just got a 10 needle. That's so exciting. Well, wonderful. I hope you use this border function because it's really cool. So we went ahead and we added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows underneath. Okay. And then so you can actually, for these two buttons, increase or decrease the spacing in between the rows. So if I click this, you can see I can make it very spaced out or not very spaced out for that row. Okay. All right. So now let's explore these two buttons. So there's one with like a line after the first one for horizontal, and then a line after the first square for vertical, okay? So this is where you can like cut out sections. So I'll click this one here. This is the vertical option with the line, and you'll see a knife comes up on the screen. I love that. So it's basically, it cuts it out, right? So you can choose, like, you see a knife too on your screen here. I can move that knife, with these arrows down, and I can click cut, and you'll see that it selects all of these, like these 3 rows. I'm going to click, oops, let's see. All right. And then to actually cut it out, I click the knife, I think. Let's see. All right, let's try that again.
So that would be something I would want to double check.
So I can, let's see here, excuse me.
And this one is sitting a little weird because this is flat.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and,
So this part here looks the same feet, the same lady thread.
okay, so I'm going to select
So this one is done.
the top. I can click cut, cut.
This one has circles.
Okay. And then there is a way to cut that out. And then I can like delete that certain section. It basically just like isolates. So if I wanted to delete that way, I can. All right. So the next thing that we're going to do is go back to we're going to click add, and we're going to go back to our decorative stitches. Okay. And we're going to add another design. So I'm in my decorative stitches here. Let's go ahead and choose number 45, like that. Okay. Then I'll click set. Okay, and then we'll go to rotate. Okay. Rotate 90 degrees clockwise. And then I'm going to use this right arrow to move it where I want it. And then up. Okay. All right. That's what, once I like my placement, I'm going to click OK, and then I'm going to go back to the border function. So I'll click that. Okay, we're going to go to horizontal, which is the default. And then I'm going to add to the left for the whole width of my hoop. Okay, and you can see that these designs have like a space in between. So it's very easy to connect them together by using this top right option here, where it's two boxes with arrows in between. So I'll just click that to spread them apart, or the one underneath, I can click these to bring them together. And then I have some extra space here. So let me go ahead and add another row there. And I think that looks very cool. So we added one more. And let's go ahead and just play some more. I'm going to add another stitch. Let's find something fun. 27. It's like a little flower, okay, that has a connection point to it. It may be a little hard to see. So I'll click set, rotate 90 degrees, okay, bring it up to where I want it to start, okay, and then I will click OK, my border function key, and just keep adding. And I'm going to make my own decorative embroidered fabric with an all over stitch. So we're just going to keep adding to make that whole row. Okay. And then I'll move them a little closer together or a little farther apart. I actually like the way that looks. I'll click OK. All right. And then let's go ahead and choose to add a few more. I'm going to move the whole design left and right to fit in my hoop. Then I'll choose my vertical direction again with my plus underneath, and I could make tons and tons of rows, okay? Just like a beautiful fabric motif. Let's go ahead and choose this one up here. I'll do the same thing. Now let's move those down. So look how easy it is just to make your own fabric.
Compared to what she's sewing on at school.
And then we can add vertically to the group of itself another row and bring it where we want it to go. And same thing for this. If I wanted to add more rows underneath, I would choose the vertical option. So let me remove that, go to vertical, and then add underneath. So you see how easy it is to make your own all over pattern. So I'll just keep doing this. And I like this one, so we'll continue this border all over the hoop. Okay, click OK, click Edit End, and then let's go to our camera, and I could see what it's going to look like on my background fabric. Let's scan the hoop. Okay. All right, so just scanned our background fabric, and you can see now on the screen that we can see our background. Now this is really important when you have like something that you're embroidering next to or on top of, and see it on the fabric in real time. Or you can go here and see your fabric very closely. So I really love that border function feature, and I hope that this is helpful for you to learn more about that and just play with it on your machine. Okay, so let's get out of the camera function. Click OK, and then I'm going to turn off my background. There we go. Click OK. All right, so the next thing that we want to talk about today is applique made easy. Now, with the Brother 10 needle, I really love this feature a lot. So you can make applique multiples very easy. Okay, so let's go home, and we're going to just go to our embroidery designs, which we'll go to this function here. Let's choose category 5, okay? And we'll select this medical option. It's like a heart with the Red Cross logo on it. And I'm going to go ahead and click set, okay? And then on the screen of the machine, you'll see like a badge that has a crown on it, okay? Now this is your magic applique button. It basically turns any design into an applique by putting a border around it, which is wonderful. So you can choose, do I want like a free floating where it's going to like trace the edge of the design? Do I want a circle? Do I want a square applique, a diamond? So it's just a lot of options for shapes. But I really like this first option. I think that's really cool. That's the auto outline. So when the auto outline is selected, the applique distance or distance between the embroidery pattern and the applique outline can be adjusted as desired with the plus and minus icons here. So we're going to set our distance. Okay. And then once we like that, let's see, I'm going to have it really small. Then I'm going to click set and then OK. And do you see now it has like an applique around our heart? Okay. Now, once the outline is around the embroidery pattern, a pop-up opens. We'll click OK to that. And then I want to group everything together. So to do that, let's see. And I know this is somewhere. I just have to locate it. Maybe we go to embroidery? No. No, not embroidery. Excuse me. Let's go to return. Okay, we're going to cancel embroidery. And then
So it just comes with more stuff.
let's go ahead
I do
and
love the directional stitching. It's one of my favorite stitches to do.
go to, oh, it's in the edit function. Okay, here's the group. Okay, group and ungroup is activated. Okay, so we want to make sure that's clicked. And then we're going to go ahead and press the border key. So I'll click that. All right. And then horizontal direction. Then I'm going to click this plus sign here, and I'm going to add, just like we did before, to the right and then to the left. Okay. And then I can space them apart or bring them closer together. Okay. And then I will use my repeat pattern below 2 times. Oh, I should probably move this up. So let's move this all the way up to the left. And then I'm going to add one more. Okay. And then I'll go to my vertical and then add vertically. All right. And then it will always let me know if I'm going to go outside of my hoop area. So look how easy that is to just fill your hoop with embroidery designs. And they're all applique now too. So you just put your applique, you put a heavy water soluble in your hoop. Okay. And then I would use multiple layers, honestly, just if you do multiples. And then stitch it all out. And then you can basically just punch it out of the, it just pops out of the stabilizer. And then you put another adhesive on the back that allows it to adhere to the whatever you're appliquing it to. Okay. And so we'll just go ahead and like center it in our hoop. And for those of you who don't know, because it took me a long time to find out, this little circle in the middle of all of these movements. So if I can move the whole thing, since it's grouped together all around, and if I want it in the center of my hoop, I just click that little circle and then it's in the center, which is really great. Okay. All right, so let's talk about something else in this same design. Okay, so we're going to click Edit End, and then I'm going to activate Color Sort. Okay, because I wanted to do like all of the specific colors at one time. Okay, then I'll touch Embroidery. Okay, and then you can see all of my different options are here, and it grouped all of the red. So, and if you click on each color, it'll show you a little preview here of what you're going to stitch. So each of those are the red hearts, and then the white is underneath that. Actually, I think I would have to go here to click. Okay, yeah, and it will show me a preview of what it's going to do. So you see how that color sort just like grouped everything together. Let me get out of the screen. Okay. All right. So depending on what you have in the top of the machine up here, you may need to rethread your machine or go to the magic wand to like change these to a different color. So the magic wand basically says, okay, this is red is defaulting to 1. So if I wanted it to default to like 3, 5, or 10, I would just click this and say, I really want this to pull from thread number 3. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So that's how you would do that. Just very, very easy. Okay. All right. Another thing is if you need to tell the machine, hey, I have like an applique material for this pattern, and I don't want you to, I want you to stop every time I need to put my applique on. There's a little hand here. So we just basically scroll up on the screen. We can click the hand for whatever one that we're on. Let's see how we're on this one. And that will make sure that it stops. Okay. I really like that hand feature. That's really cool. All right. And then that's basically how you do appliques very easily. in the machine. So let's go home. I wanted to show you another benefit of the multi-needle embroidery machines, and that is cap frames. Okay, so let me actually see if we have any questions so far that I could answer on the screen. Let's see here.
Sorry. I don't think any of them would be a bad guy.
Oh, thank you, Brenda. We have great customers. So it's very, very easy to have great customer service. Oh, yay, Leanne. Hi. Okay, so Leanne is coming from Australia. She is a guru. Oh my gosh, I'm not worthy. And I'm so excited to see you in Houston Quilt Festival. And Leanne will be on our booth. She's actually going to be on our stage doing demonstrations on the multi-needle machine, which is great. I like the camera too. I think that that's very cool. And Mary says, my next machine will be a multi-needle. Yes. Jandy, I'm so happy to hear that. All right. I need the machine. Hey, Santa. Yeah. Yes, Brenda, I was like, what am I going to show today? And I'm getting inspiration from, and I'll show you the playbooks. And if you click the link in the description of this video, if you have the PR10 or the PR6 or the Luminaire, or they're going to have one on the Avenir and a masterclass. If you have any of the machines, you get the playbook. And the playbook is basically like, it shows you the specific functions in the machine in a project form. So I didn't copy it verbatim, but I used it as inspiration of what to show you. And I was like, I never used this. Why don't we talk about this today on the show? So yeah, I love that feature. Oh, Cindy, I have that machine and love it. Isn't it wonderful? All right, Lucia says, please advise me on which machine to get for cord basket making and leather bag making. What you can do is come to any one of our stores and bring the fabric that you're using and test it out, because it depends on the leather. If you're doing, upholstery, like car upholstery, you definitely want to get an industrial walking foot machine that has a very big needle and a separate motor. And we sell those on our website, so you can call us. Or if you're just looking for something that's more well-rounded and you're doing a lightweight leather, not like saddles or anything crazy like that, you can come to the store and bring the fabric with you, and we can help you determine which machine. Lady Fair, yes. And we will have all of those specials in our retail stores if you're not able to come to the show. So there's a few machines that are available online that we'll have on special as well. Barbara loves the playbook when she remembers to use it. I love it. All right, let's talk a little bit about the cap frame, and then I'm going to show you how to make a quilt label in the machine after that. All right, so let's go to the cap equipment. All right, this is actually, there's 3 different cap equipments. There's the PRCF3, which is what I'm going to show you today. It's probably the more difficult one to use, I'll just be honest. And then there is the PRCF5. I think that is the easiest one to use. It's the most recent one to come out. It's called a flat brim cap frame. It has a plastic bar that wraps around the edge of the cap. It's very easy to put on and off of the machine. And I just find that loading is much easier, and it allows you to do more caps like flat brim cap frames, but also other more versatile range. And then if you're a multi-needle PR1055X or PR10 user, there's a wide angle cap frame, and basically that gives you more embroidery area on the front of the cap. So it just depends on which one you want. But with cap equipment, there's like 3 components, okay? So you have a jig a driver, and a frame. Okay, so here's one. This is one piece of it. Okay, and this is basically what just helps you hoop onto. Think of this as your embroidery hoop. Okay, but you're embroidering something totally cylindrical. Okay, and then your third piece is actually connected to the machine right here, and that's what connects your hoop to the machine, and it's what helps turn it left and right when you're doing embroidery on the cap. So I'll show you how to hoop a cap on this one. But if you want to do caps, I definitely try the PRCF5. It's my favorite. But basically, they all kind of work similarly. You just, I don't have to look over here. You put this on, and my hair is in the way. Can you see that? Sorry. All right, so we basically just line this up with this on the little frame, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off first, and we're going to start from the very beginning, okay? So this little piece comes out, okay? And you have a hat. So this is what it looks like without the hat on it. So this goes, so you basically, you take your hat, you're going to put it around the circle here, like that, okay? You're going to take this frame and put it around the brim of the cap, okay? And the trick is you want to get, actually, let me put it, you're not supposed to hoop it like that. You're supposed to hoop it with it on. So let me do that real quick. Okay. So I'm going to put my cap on. Okay. All right. This is all quilting. And I'm going to line up. There's a line here on the hoop, and your line here. You want that to be connected, okay? And then you'll take this little arm and go up and over like this. But you want to make sure that it gets right along the edge of where this seam is on the cap, okay? And you can tighten this. This one is a little bit loose. There's some screws right here that you can tighten. Once you have it like secured here, then you can take this and just drop it down on top, and it's going to hold that brim out of the way, okay? Then you take your, you give a thumbs up. You put your thumbs on each side. There's like tabs here. And then you take your other fingers and you just pull out like this, like that. And then we're going to walk on over to the machine. And you simply put it on, and the machine will actually know when this is connected. It's going to automatically turn your design upside down and know the area in which it can embroider on the cap. So you're going to like twist the cap over to go in, because obviously it's not going to fit like that. And then you're going to find the little tabs here and just snap it into place. Like so. Going evenly. There we go. And then basically the machine will move left, right, back, and forth to stitch out the design. And that's how easy it is to do caps. It's really, a lot of people are intimidated by it, so they end up purchasing, and I'll show you this because it's an easy option. It's called the Durkee cap frame, and I saw we had one down here earlier. Here it is. We'll head on over here. I'll show you basically how it works. Here we go. This is the Durkee flat cap frame, okay? So basically, if you wanted something just a little more simple, you can like loosen these screws. These are very popular. Obviously, the cap equipment, if you're doing, professional jobs, you would want to get that cap equipment. But it's very easy. Hello, welcome to AllBrands. it's very easy to, let me grab this cap real quick. You put sticky stabilizer underneath with the sticky facing up. You flatten your brim like so, and then you stick it in this little metal piece. And I would do this on the table normally. Let's see if I can do this vertically for you. It basically just slips in there. Might need to make a little bit more space. Definitely want it flat, 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 flat. These are made out of aluminum. They're very good quality. Here we go. That was way easier than I thought. All right, so it basically just holds the cap down, and then you can like move this out of the way and like stretch it on the sticky stabilizer so that you can just put it in your machine like this very easily. And then we're going to pretend like the sticky stabilizer is on and it's flat. You just snap it in just like a regular hoop. And then you're ready to embroider on your cap. Very cool thing to have. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to show you a different hoop that's pretty cool, if I can find it. And that is our scanning mat. And I'm going to show you how to make a quilt label. Okay, so I went ahead and I wrote a nice note in my cursive that I haven't used in a while. This quilt was made especially for Alexander James Douthit for your first birthday, with love from your Aunt Barbara. Okay, so I know that he can look at that when he's 20 years down the road and remember that Aunt Barbara made him the quilt that he's going to have. So we're going to put our scanning frame on. And the scanning frame is beneficial because it has magnets that holds the paper down. So when it's scanning the frame, it's not going to shift, and it's going to just make a much nicer scan. All right, so I'll take my A-arm off. And with my screws, I'm going to attach my arm here. And you know, I have to have a little insert that I notice is missing, and it's this little black thing right here. And I'm not sure where it is, and it's not going to let us scan without that. So I'm going to switch over to my hoop again, just so that you can see how this is done. But it's basically the same as using the scan frame, which is optimal. So I'll have to locate that, everybody, but no worries. All right, so now you're going to see me put that on the A-arm. Basically, this like moves right and left like this, and then it knows, depending on what size you have, if you have the 8x12, the 8x14, the 8x12, like the 8x8, the 5x7, the 4x4, all of that. So we have the 8x12 hoop on, and then it just basically connects onto, there's some brackets back here. Very easily screws on, and these screws, they're sensors, so that's how your machine knows what hoop is on it. So make sure you always screw it all the way down, because it may think that you have a different hoop on. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know a lot of things. I'm making a lot of mistakes, and that's okay. All right, that's how we all know things, right? Just making mistakes. It's okay to make a mistake as long as you learn from it. All right. So now I have my screws pretty tight in there. And I'm going to go ahead and just use my regular hoop to scan. Oops. And I made it too small. No worries. might be a good idea to just put the hoop on there while before I put the screws in so I know the size. That would just make way too much sense. All right. Made it a little too small. All right. Now we're cooking with oil. Getting close, getting closer, closer, closer. All right. So let's go to the screen of the machine and I'll show you how to make a quilt label in My Design Center. So My Design Center is exclusive to the 10 needle machine. Actually, you know what? This one's the better camera. Let me use that one. Okay. So we're going to, so whenever you write this out, and I haven't tested this out yet, I just kind of wrote it before, you do want to use a plain piece of paper, a black fine tip felt tip marker. So black on white, the better contrast is better for it recognizing. And position the paper to be scanned so there's the line with the lower left corner. And then you, like on your scanning frame, you would put the magnets on, okay? And then
I would do have the alphabet.
we're going to go to My Design Center. So you can go home and then click My Design Center. And it's going to say the machine's going to move, okay? And then we're going to do, you can do image, line, or illustration design. We are doing a line scan. Okay, so I'm going to choose that. It's going to tell me to put the scanning frame on. I don't have it on, that's okay. And then I'm going to click scan. Okay. All right, and now you can see it is scanning our frame. Can you see that? So you would, because it's like shifting back and forth, you would optimally want to use your, so Krissa, the B frame is for specialty hoops. That's a really good question. The A frame is for all the standard hoops that come with the machine. Little pieces are a bear to find, yeah. Well, I know where you can get some more from AllBrands. Okay. All right, so, okay. We are just, oh, and it got a little bit out, but that's okay. We're just learning today. So I'm going to frame it, okay? Let's go back to our screen here, okay? And then these are our cropping arrows, okay? And then there's a gray scale detection level here. So if any adjustments need to be made due to contrast, use that to lighten or darken. I'm going to leave it where it is, and I'm just going to click. And this is like, do you want it to be a satin stitch, or do you want it to be a straight stitch, or a triple stitch? I'm just curious to see what triple stitch looks like. And I want it to be in like a pink color, I guess. We'll click OK. And then I'll click OK. And now it's digitizing the actual pattern. Okay. And so it's making it into stitches. So once I like that, and I'll go to set. Okay. And then I'll use my zoom keys to like look at it very closely. So here's your zoom keys, but here's also like the see the background. So if I don't want to see any of my background, I could take it away to see what it will actually look like, or I could darken it to see the actual scanned image underneath. So that's just what that's for. And you can zoom in up to 1600 on this machine, and to like, you can use this little, your finger here to look at the like specific letters in the machine. So I'll zoom back out. Okay, very cool. Then click next. And then basically any editing that I wanted to do on there, I can. But I'm fine with it. I'm just going to click set. Okay. And then it turns it into an embroidery design that I just stitch out and make into a quilt label. That's so easy. Oh my gosh. Let me zoom out. I hope that that was helpful for everyone. I think it's really cool to handwrite something and then embroider it out. Makes it very personal. Let's see if we have any more questions. Okay, one of the questions, can you resize the custom stitch size? I'm not sure what that was. So if you're in the comments, Lady Fair, let me know. Krista, we can do the sashing frame one day. That's a good idea. We have done videos on it before, but it is a very cool feature. So thanks for asking. All good questions. All right, so we're going to be doing our giveaway pretty soon. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and comment #AllBrands, and that puts you in the running to have a $25 allbrands.com e-gift card. We have 58 folks in the running so far. So let me put this on the screen. #AllBrands. Good luck. And let's go ahead and pull up our giveaway screen and pull for our winner. Who's our winner going to be today? It's going to be Kimberly Turner Frederick. Oh my gosh, congratulations. Please email me at events@allbrands.com, your name, phone number, address, to claim your $25 gift code number. Congratulations. And thanks everybody for watching. Next week we'll be live with Angela Wolf from Brother, and I can't wait. Yep. All right, everyone. Well, we'll see you next Thursday at 3:30. If you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button for more content. I love you. Bye, everybody.